episode of Coyote Works Jeep Overland Adventure is brought to you by Lolo Overland and Ellie and Emmett's Freeze-Dried Fun. How's it going, guys? Casey here with the Coyote Works channel. So I'm headed up into the Ocho Mountains. I've got kind of a cool trip planned for this weekend. My friends from Lolo Overland have made the trip all the way down from Portland, so I'm going to be meeting up with them, trying out a couple of new pieces of gear. I'm running the Garmin Overlander on this trip, thanks to my buddy Mike that works over at Facebook. I've got a couple of pretty nice camp meals to make, really nice dinner, something a little bit different that you guys are going to love. So once I meet up with the guys from Lolo Overland, I'm going to give them a couple of options for where to go. The one I'm hoping they'll be good with is to try to connect two chunks of country that I've never been able to connect through roads. If we can get our way through, some of the roads are likely to be pretty rough, maybe choked and overgrown, but if we can get through there, we're just going to get into some awesome country. So Josh from Lolo Overland will be in his Jeep, and then Tristan from Forbidden Off-Road is going to be in his Toyota. So we'll have 3 rigs. And the nice thing about that is that gives me a lot more confidence to go into some rougher areas. So right now I'm driving on a pretty major Forest Service road that's paved that heads up from Ocho Ranger Station. It goes past the Independent Mine, the old Johnson Creek Mine. But this is a great trip. If any of you guys are ever over in Primeville and you want to just jet out and see some really cool mines, go up to the Lookout Mountain Trailhead. There's a couple of mines there, and it's all right along this route that I'm driving today. When you're coming up the paved road from Ocho Ranger Station, when you see this sign, you can jet up that road. It's not very far, only about a mile, and you can check out all the Independent Mine area. And there's a lot of standing buildings still there. There's a little trail that goes down through some of the buildings. We're going to take a really quick walk here right off the side of the paved road, and I'm going to show you guys something that's pretty cool. See, I'm right off of the main paved Forest Service road right up there. In fact, if a car comes by, you would hear it really good. And a lot of people don't even realize that all these mining ruins are right here. In fact, I'm going to show you guys there's another tower right up there. And this whole mining operation spread all the way down this drainage here. And there used to be big buildings still remaining. But we'll take a quick peek around and I'll show you guys just a taste of it. But if you're ever coming up here, man, this is a cool little stop, and it's just a short little walk off the road. This is a part of the old ore hopper system that brought ore out of these mine shafts and tunnels going back into the hill and carried them down to the retorts and the processing plants and everything. But these are old rough sawn timbers that were probably milled not too far away from here, maybe up at the Johnson Creek Mill. Yeah, you can hear the cars going by right up there on the road, but down here, not too many people actually get down here and know that this is all here. These mines started not too long after 1900. This was primarily a mercury mine, but there was some gold mining that happened here at different periods of time and as they discovered different ores here. But this was primarily a mercury mine, and they took a big resurgence right around the time of World War II. A lot of history up here, as many as, you know, a couple of hundred miners up here scattered between all these mines working up here. So far what I figured out about this Garmin Overlander is it's got a couple of different modes in it. One is it operates like your typical Gaia or Backcountry Navigator GPS and mapping software, in that it shows you where you're at as a point on the screen that moves along the map. But it also has another mode that's more similar to like the GPS unit or the navigation system in your car, where it shows you at ground level. So right now I'm recording a route, and I'll probably record this route all the way through this trip, because I want to be sure if we do find a way to connect those two areas, I do want to make sure that I have that recorded so I can do it again. And we might end up doing some work on the trail to be able to make it through there. All right, we are here. So this is the location I sent them. I just double checked the pin. I know Josh and Tristan are coming from way across the forest, so it's probably not easy for them to figure out exactly a timetable to get over here. And of course, we've got no cell phone service up here, so I'll just have to wait until they get here. This gives me a good chance to kind of check and see how everything's riding. So I generally bungee or tie my load down for two reasons. One, to keep it from vibrating, and then two, just in case I did get in a rollover, I like everything secured. So all the heavy stuff I have double bungeed in, my water bottle, etc. Then I run a couple of bungees over the whole load just to keep it nice and secured. Tristan, Josh,
Casey,
awesome to see you guys. So I was thinking we got a couple of options from here. There's an area up here that I've been in, and then there's another chunk of country about 6-7 miles away where the river's at, and I've never been able to connect those two areas. So if you guys are up for a little adventure,
we're always up for an adventure.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah,
that's right up our alley.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go find that.
All right.
we're on no time constraint.
All right, we are rolling out. We're gonna go about 2.5 miles up this kind of decrepit paved road, and then we're gonna drop off back to the south and head into some country that I've never been through before. All right, so we're off the pavement. We're gonna drive up here about a mile, and then we're gonna stop at this little meadow where, well, I'll air down. Josh and Tristan are already aired down. All right, all aired down, back on the trail. Yeah, it's amazing how much smoother the ride gets, just knocking about 10-15 pounds of air out of the tires. So I'm just running down around 20-22 pounds now, it looks like. So, but it really does a lot to smooth out the ride and make it a lot more pleasant. It also takes a lot of the wear and tear off of the rig. We're going down through some of this really cool country in here. We're kind of winding down through these little ravines and draws, and it's wide open up on the scab flats, and then in between there's these little draws that are just little fingers of timbered country in between there. Temperature's running right about 90 degrees right now, so it's pretty hot. A little bit more towards the evening time, some more animals should start moving around. We're working our way down this canyon, and we keep picking our way through these little old Jeep trails and everything, and what we'd like to do ultimately is see if we can come out on the river. So we're just on a wing and a prayer here. A lot of these roads are really old. A few of them have a set of tracks or two on them. There's been a lot of trees, a lot of places we've had to go around things, but so far we're able to pick our way through. For me, this is kind of the adventure of it all, is the unknown, heading into these areas where you just really don't know if the roads are going to get you through or not. But it's the idea of discovering something new, and I've got these routes now that I've GPSed all over Oregon that I've chased through, and I found these routes that connect some really interesting places. And all these are routes that get very, very little traffic in. Yeah, man, we are so close I can smell that river.
Yeah, I'm not getting my hopes up yet, but we're getting close.
But I knew this last part was going to be the most risky, and it was going to be the most likely to hit a complete stoppage. But I think once we come down out of these trees into the actual canyon, God, I'm just hoping it'll be smooth sailing. I'm thinking I might just walk just a little bit of it and see how it's looking.
Yeah, but it's dry as it is here. We might have a lot of down trees.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'll just kind of peek around the corner. We should be able to see this road as it switchbacks across the other side of that draw, and we'll see what it looks like. There's a whole bunch of deer going across that hillside up in front of us. I don't see an easy path. So you do a little bit of map recon and look for an alternate.
Yep.
All right, so we ran into a dead end on this route. So we scouted another trail. It's got some trees down at the beginning of it, but what we're gonna do, I think, is winch those trees out of the way. And we'll have to take a few different roads, but we're thinking we can get about to the same spot.
Yeah, it's looking pretty good.
Do you want to winch it, or should I just do this?
Trail clearing at its finest.
This guy's a human winch. He works out.
Ah!
Man, I was so excited. I was gonna get to use
He's
my
gonna
winch.
get to use his winch. No, no, no!
Damn it! Man, it's just been one wrong turn after another, and we've actually killed a couple of hours. It's 5:40 right now, so in typical Coyote Works fashion, we're going to be pushing probably right up against dark to get camp set. But I'm thinking we might actually make the river. All right, we got some other trees up here we got to clear. That's just to show you guys that Tristan's not the only tough guy out here.
Is that it?
Look at that.
No, we got some more up there.
Okay.
Look at that, guys. And nobody has dropped a line in that water probably for years. Little bit of work, but if we do it, that'll put us in a spot that we know for sure no one's ever been in years and years.
Yeah.
Got the strap? Ooh, I wasn't ready apparently.
There we go. All right, guys, we have just got an amazing campsite. So I'm going to show you our campsite real quick. Then I'm going to get my rooftop tent set up so we can get to cooking some dinner, because I think we're going to have a pretty delicious dinner tonight. Both Josh and Tristan were also filming and producing videos of the trip. So after you finish this video, make sure you head over to the Lolo Overland Outfitters and Forbidden Off-Road YouTube channels to see a couple of other great videos of the trip. Well, I hate to overuse the word epic, but this is a pretty epic spot here. We've got the river right down there below us, perched right up here on this perfect little rimrock ledge. Just an amazing spot to camp. I love this little expander chair. All right, so everybody's kind of setting up their camps, but I'm starving, so I'm gonna whip up a quick little appetizer here. I'm gonna need a couple of cast iron pans. All right, so I'm gonna whip up a little appetizer. I did all the food prep at home, so basically what I'm gonna do is some stuffed mushrooms in the cast iron. So I stuffed these mushrooms with some Parmesan cheese, some canned crab, some cream cheese, a little bit of green onion, and a little bit of garlic. And what I'm going to do is I want a little bit of an oven effect. So I'm going to get this pan really hot, and I'm actually going to drop a couple of them in here. Then I'll set that pan over the top of it so I'll have nice heat all the way around them. I'll put this hot pan on the top. Oh yeah, those are beautiful. All right, let's see how these things are. Texture's good. That's pretty fantastic. So these were really simple to make. I just bought some mushrooms at the store, and then I mixed up about a half a bar of cream cheese with a bunch of Parmesan cheese, some canned crab meat, chopped up a few green onions, and a little bit of garlic. And man, these things are delicious. I think those guys are probably getting pretty close to getting their camp set up, so I'll wander over there, and then we're gonna make up the main course.
This is gonna be, come on over here. There we go. See, I set that up for short people.
Yeah, I'm a little
You're
tall.
a little, there we go, okay. So I think between all of us, we're gonna have a pretty tasty dinner tonight.
We should have a fantastic dinner.
Oh my
so while
gosh.
you're working on those steaks, I've got a nice Asian, kind of a Korean barbecue flavor style stir fry. This will be my first time cooking on the Timbo Tusk.
Oh, it's great.
Is that what you call that?
Timbo Tusk.
Looks like a wok
Scottle?
to me. A scottle.
Scottle.
Where are the hot dogs at?
What's
You're
Josh?
eating hot dogs?
I'm kidding. We're better than that.
All right, so Tristan, these steaks look amazing. So what I've got here is I've got one package of spicy yakisoba noodles, one package of plain flavored.
Did you say yucky noodles?
No, they're delicious.
Oh, okay.
Trust me, they're delicious. Did a little bit of prep at home, didn't take a lot of time. I've just got some green peppers, some onions.
Green peppers, yes.
And some snow peas in here.
Oh, very nice.
Because you gotta have at least a little bit of vegetables.
Gotta
when
have
you're
some
out here,
veggies,
right?
Gotta have some veggies.
And then basically the main ingredient is just, I took a nice big steak, pre-seasoned at home.
Okay.
Just seasoned
A little bit of
lightly.
prep work.
A little bit of salt, a little pink Himalayan sea salt.
Okay.
A little bit of fresh ground black pepper in there.
Well, I think that's heating up. I'm gonna start my heating up and get these started to sear. And we might be done about the same time. We are gonna eat like kings tonight.
We're like chefs. We can probably say without a doubt we are the best cooks within at least 50 miles, maybe 100 miles.
We're probably the best cooks within 3 hours.
So looks like you've got a griddle. Yep.
We bought this and it didn't fit actually perfect, so I had to bust some. We made it fit.
So you modified it.
So we modified it, now it fits perfect, and so we use this for everything we grill, and then we still have that. It's a great stove.
Perfect. So I'm gonna go in the scuttle with just a little bit of oil, or maybe kind of a copious amount of oil.
Copious.
Look at that. Basically what I'm going to do with these veggies is I'm just going to cook them until they just start to soften a little bit. I don't want to overcook them at this stage because we're also going to need time for the meat to cook. So just want to get them started because they'll take a little bit longer.
All right, flip it over, get the other one started.
Oh yeah, this is coming along good. All right, let's go on with the steak. All right, we've got our steak and our vegetables all cooked down, so I'm going to toss the yakisoba noodles in.
I thought you said it was yucky.
We'll just
Yaki.
Break those up a little bit. Spread them around in there. I think we're good, guys. I think this is ready to eat. Look at that, guys.
That looks delicious.
A little bit of filet mignon on the side. It's about as good as it gets when you're camping.
Oh, yeah. Where's yours, Josh? Come on. Nice, that'll work.
Good enough. Oh, this is fantastic.
Oh, man,
These noodles are great.
That's super good.
Oh my God, that steak
What do you think? Not bad, huh?
melts in the mouth.
Especially after what we went through to get here.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
you know,
We worked for it.
hour
For
and a
sure.
half of clearing trees. That was a lot of trees.
That was a lot of trees we cleared. But man, we're in a spot here where I don't think anybody's driven here for, well, that fire happened about 7 years ago, 7 or 8 years ago.
So it's been that long at least.
At least that
Yeah.
one, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, this track will not be for sale or for view.
Some of them you just can't share, man.
Yeah,
Some
this
of them-
one won't be shared.
Nope, you gotta keep them to
Sorry,
yourself.
guys.
Yeah. So yeah, we are expanding. We're about to move.
You guys do like vehicle builds and everything. I saw that, some Instagram posts on that badass Ford truck that you guys did. And all right, guys. Well, we had a long day and just a fantastic dinner. Had a nice time sitting around camp visiting with Josh and Tristan. It's really cool to be out here with guys from a company that are as passionate and as interested in doing this kind of stuff as the guys are that they sell their gear to. Like, and this just speaks volumes about them, that they made this trip all the way over here, spend a couple of days with me. We covered a lot of miles getting down into this spot, but it is just absolutely breathtaking down here. So that's all for this day, guys. Coyote Works out. I'll see you guys all in the morning for coffee. Morning, everyone. How's my hair? Pretty sexy? As usual, I'm having a little bit of instant coffee mixed up in a bottle of water. Breathe a little life into me this morning. We stayed up pretty late last night. I think it's about 7 o'clock in the morning, but I am just looking out here at this absolutely incredible view. I'm looking up this canyon lined with rim rocks, and it's just incredible country down here. Oh, I can still hear some coyotes out there going off. And they were going off a bunch earlier. That's actually what woke me up, was the coyotes howling this morning. It's not every trip that I get to wake up to a view as spectacular as the one that morning. So I was content just to sit perched up on the edge of my rooftop tent and soak it all in. I love to just look out over the landscape, think about the history of it all, and think about the people that may have seen it before me. I think about the early explorers of the area, who when they came to that very same canyon, perhaps just saw it as an almost insurmountable obstacle that they had to pass. Or the Native Americans who looked upon the river at the bottom of that canyon as a source of resources and food to sustain their lives. But perhaps one of the most awe-inspiring things to think about is the permanency of that landscape. The fact that that canyon has existed there for hundreds of thousands of years. And over time, many different people have stood on that very same spot where my camp was set, all for very different reasons. But what I like to think is that we all share one thing, and that's the recognition of how awesome the power of nature is to create such spectacular places. So what do we got here, Josh?
So this is the new Zamp 90 watt panel. It's a little bit different configuration than their last 90 watts. A lot more compact. So it's producing more power in a smaller size.
And so what do you use it for mainly?
Well, since I'm not running a dual battery setup, this is kind of my source of power. So I'm running a single battery, which I upgrade to an AGM.
Yep.
And then just keeps me maintained when I'm out there. Keeps the fridge going, keeps the camera batteries charged and all that.
So this panel you run right into your car battery, so this basically is trickle charging your
Exactly, yep. It's got a built-in
battery
controller on the back, so it's going to control the charge rate and all that, so it's all safe. So this is the ARB dual compressor. I basically just grab my air hose, plug it in, fill up all my tires. I can use the air nozzle to blow off gear, clothing, blow all the dust off the tent. So it makes it just real convenient and quick and easy to use.
So I'd be curious to see.
It doesn't have an egg stopper. This one doesn't even have teeth. Yeah, you're bringing in 4.2 now.
So this is, to me, and I think I've come to realize for Tristan too, this is what our favorite part of the morning. Breakfast.
Fat guy's got to eat.
Right? And so I always think one of the cool things is the whole idea that we all bring different stuff, and then we just kind of figure out what to make out of it.
I did notice we all did bring the same thing though.
For breakfast?
What, bacon?
We all brought bacon, and lots of it.
So we'll have plenty of bacon.
Plenty of bacon.
So we're just going to cook up a delicious little breakfast skillet, and looks like we got plenty of food to fill all our stomachs.
Oh yeah, I'm ready.
Nothing like some bacon frying on the skillet in the morning, right?
Best.
This scuttle gets really hot really quick. So the cool thing about the scuttle is, the way he designed this is he took a farming disc, the thing they would tow behind the tractor to churn up the dirt. He took that, attached a burner on the bottom, and you have a cooking surface.
That's so interesting, because now that you say that, that looks exactly like a disc off of a plow.
Casey, do you happen to have even a knife? Oh, shocking. All right, This is like CK knife and tool. This is one of the most beautiful knives.
All right, so we got most of the bacon cooked off. And now we're gonna go in with the next level of ingredients. We're gonna toss some green peppers in. Oh yeah, that's a hot pan. And the potatoes. Hey, you guys are eating all of the best parts.
Can't help it.
This is what happens when you're the cook, is you miss out on all the grazing. One of the nice things about camping with a couple of guys is you get to do teamwork. What do you got going on over there?
Oh, I'm gonna scramble up some eggs for us.
So you're gonna scramble up the eggs and cook them a little bit in that pan, and then we'll toss them in here?
Yeah, I'll probably get them about 80% cooked, and then we'll toss them in there to finish up. Oh, I forgot seasoning.
What?
Ah! Okay, hold on. We got a little bit of red peppers, a little bit of black pepper.
All right, let the magic begin, right?
I'm ready. Hey, scoot over.
Hey!
Come on, come on, come on, come on.
So that's what I call a breakfast scramble with a bacon garnish.
That's good.
Nice work.
Terrible.
Nice teamwork on that breakfast. So traditionally, around my camp, breakfast is usually the planning time. So what are you guys thinking for the day? We'll do after breakfast, do our hike down to the river.
I think go down to the river.
Get a line
throw a
wet,
line out there.
and wander back up here, and then
Probably pack up and
roll.
yeah.
We can take kind of a leisurely. We don't have to be in a huge rush. Maybe spend an hour or two down.
Yeah,
going
I'm
down to
in
the
no
river
time
and back.
constraints
And
today, so
the only unknown is we don't really know how long it's going to take us to get out of here, because
Right.
that'll be an unknown route today too. So what I'm hoping is that we'll be able to kind of pick our way along a series of, old fire roads, old Jeep trails and stuff. Basically, we'll parallel the river, and at a certain point, we should be able to come out on another kind of main Forest Service road that'll take us down to the Post Paulina Highway.
okay.
All right, so we're just going to take a little walk down to the river. We've been dying to do this the whole time we're here. So Josh and I are going to walk down there, and Forbidden Off-Road's going to stay up here and get some drone footage while we're doing that. Oh yeah,
Right down there.
a piece of cake.
Yeah.
Oh, this is just incredible down here. Nice little stretch of the river that hardly anybody ever gets to. Josh is up there. He's gonna toss a line in the water a little bit. I'm gonna kind of meander down here, see what the fishing holes look like, but also I'm watching these gravel bars to see if I see any chips of obsidian or any indication that the Native Americans might have traveled up and down these canyons.
Actually, it might be cooler up here in the shade where you get the breeze going more.
I think so, with this breeze right
Yeah, now they
here.
sit here, yeah.
That's one thing nice about the 80 size Free Spirit tent is how
It's a
big.
nice awning.
All right, we're just getting stuff packed up. Josh is flying his drone around up there, so we're just getting packed up and getting ready to leave this awesome spot. Josh and I had a great little hike down the canyon, and he hooked me up with a trasharoo, so I wasn't sure how it was going to work out mounting the trasharoo on there because I have my fuel can and my shovel behind there, but actually the straps are plenty long. There's plenty enough room to mount it, and then it has quick release buckles on it, so it'll be really easy to drop off the trasharoo if I need to access my fuel can or my shovel. I don't even have to remove it to get access to. I always like to clean up one last time before I get in my rig. I always get kind of dusty packing up camp and everything, so knock the last little bit of dust off of me. Josh and Tristan are getting ready to pack up. Looks like Tristan's tent's down. Josh is just getting ready to knock his down. All right, should be good to go. Alright guys, we are rolling out of camp. So now comes the next phase of our adventure where we'll have to see if we can navigate our way out of here. What we don't want to do is we don't want to have to go back all the way that we came in here.
Copy.
Alright, we are back up out of that little canyon and working our way across the top. And actually we're up in some open country here, so this actually looks pretty good. Like, I think our chances of navigating back to where we want to go are actually pretty good up in here. Man, I think we're home free at this point. We just came out on actually a fairly decent road, or at least it's decent here where it goes across these scab flats. So we've got some miles to cover, but this road actually looks like it's had a few vehicles on it this year. So I think we're good to go. I think it's just going to be a matter of following this thing out and checking out all the, hopefully all the beautiful country that we're going to cross in between. All right, so we're almost back to pavement, but I need a snack before I get back to town. As you guys know, I usually eat a lot of Mountain House meals, but there's a new company, and this is called Ellie and Emmett's Freeze-Dried Fun. What I've got from them is I've got some freeze-dried strawberries and some freeze-dried Neapolitan ice cream bar. So while my buddies are back there airing up their tires, what I'm gonna do is have a snack. I gotta say, that's pretty good. Has good flavor. The strawberries, excellent. So Ellie and Emmett, thank you guys. Delicious little snack. I hope you guys make more of this stuff. And thank you for sponsoring this episode of Coyote Works Jeep Overland Adventure. You should try some of this. This is actually really good. What do you think? Better than Mountain House?
That's way better.
Ellie and Emmett's freeze-dried fun. Hey! All right, so we're about to hit pavement. We just got all aired back up, and man, it was nice seeing you guys.
Yeah, thank you very much, Casey.
Appreciate you making the trip all the way over here. I just have to say that is one thing that I think is pretty cool about your business, is that you guys are actually out doing this.
This is exactly what we live for and why we started this whole company.
I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was amazing. Just to see the landscape out here.
We will come back out in this area
Yeah,
again.
good. Yeah, anytime. Well, good trip, guys. Drive safe on the way home.
All right,
Casey.
We'll catch you on the next
All
one.
right.
Coyote Works out. Took a short little walk around this spring, and I found 2 beer cans. I hate finding beer cans out here. Yeah, guys, keep your desert clean. Pick up trash every time you go out on a trip. Let's help further the movement of, if everyone that comes out here picks up a little bit of the trash that they see, man, we can make a big difference all together.